Race meeting. Either way, more than 20,000 people today took over that mysterious monolith known as Hanging Rock. Gavin McDougall reports on the Rock's big day out.
When Joan Lindsay wrote her famous novel about that fateful day at Hanging Rock, there's no doubting she couldn't have picked a more beautiful setting. Her idea of a picnic, however, was way off target. Schoolgirl disappearances or not, there's no mystery about why people flock to the Rock this one day each year. Hanging Rock's traditional New Year's Day picnic race meeting is about as traditional as they get, even if it wasn't held on New Year's Day. Any doubts about it being a fair dinkum race day are put to rest by spruiking bookies.
Just betting each way.
But here, even the members, that normally stodgy bunch, don't take it too seriously. Today the track was rated as good. That made it good for frisbee throwing, the occasional foot race and the odd game of cricket. Like any big race fixture, the true revellers are to be found revelling in the car park. For those unwilling or unable to revel, it was just nice to be there. Are you here for the picnic or the races?
For the picnic.
Races.
The races.
For both, actually.
Oh, and the horses did finally get their turn on the track. A gelding named Silver Shark won the 103rd Hanging Rock Cup. No guessing how happy punters are about to celebrate. Gavin McDougall, National 9 News.
Tony Jones joins me now with today's sport.
Thanks. But Lonely Dreamer could repeat his win at Caulfield on Saturday when he lined the 4-year-old gelding up in today's $60,000 Standish Handicap at Flemington. And he was nearly right when Lonely Dreamer established a big lead in the run home.
Lord Tiamo has taken the lead from Prismatic Star, followed by Dandy Andy and Civic Hoper, running down with 100 metres left to go, and Lonely Dreamer is about to be tackled by Grandiose, who's hit the front of a couple of bounds, and it's Grandiose for the Standish. Grandiose wins it well, second home. Lonely Dreamer there on the outside in the photo with over on the outside of the field, Lord Tiamo.
Grandiose, ridden by Michael Clark, started 3-1 favourite from Lonely Dreamer at 14s and Confucius Flyer at 10-1. On the second leg of the Flemington Daily Double, Count Seal was sent out favourite. Here's John Russell again.
They run down with about 300 metres left to go. Shanghai Sky. Bailiwick is fighting on solidly, and little Kate's Mill is coming down the outside with a good run. Kate's Mill's the big danger coming down to the 200. Kate's Mill looming up on the outside to tackle Bailiwick and Shanghai Sky. The others can't go on. Kate's Mill has taken the lead with 100 metres left to go, and it's Kate's Mill for the Bagot. Kate's Mill is racing home to win it well, about 3 lengths to Bailiwick. Third home is Shanghai Sky.
Kate's Mill, ridden by Colin Brow, started at 8-1 from Bailiwick at 12s and Shanghai Sky at 7-2. Count Seal was unplaced favourite at 7-4. And at Randwick, the Daily Double for 5, Grandiose, and 10 Kate's Mill paid $29.80, and the Quadrella for the numbers 2, 5, 4 and 9 returned $1,870.95. Now at Randwick, and 7-year-old At Sea was the punter's choice to take out his 4th Carrington Stakes in 5 years. Here's John Tapp.
King of Cavaliero, Regal Vein, Dream Faith looming up with Sunalong Lass, who's never been on the track. And here comes At Sea down the outside, and going with him is Magic Gleam. Sunalong Lass hit the lead at the 200 mark. At Sea is coming out after Sunalong Lass, and Magic Gleam is battling on. The mare Sunalong Lass, though, has got clear of At Sea. 100 metres out, Paris Weekenders charging home, but Sunalong Lass is too good, and Sunalong Lass wins another one.
Sunalong Lass, ridden by Stephen Thurlow, started at 4-1 from Paris Weekend at 7s, and At Sea, the 2-1 favourite. Portsea, the Peninsula Playground.
Now in the feature race at Fleming today was the Standish Handicap, up the straight 6, and punters sent out Grandiose as favourite, and they weren't let down.
But Lonely Dreamer has a huge lead coming down to the 150 metres mark. Grandiose, Confucius Flyer is trying hard on the inside. Grandiose is now out after Lonely Dreamer. The favourite looms up on the outside. Grandiose is going home too strongly. Grandiose takes out the Standish by 2 lengths on the line. Lonely Dreamer. Third's tight, flashing through Confucius
Treble
Flyer.
there for leading jockey Michael Clark, and Confucius Flyer's 3rd place for him take out the Placid Arc Series and a $20,000 bonus for connections. To the second leg of the Daily Double, the Bagot Handicap, and Count Seal was the favourite.
Coming down to the 250 metres mark, Baileywick fighting back from Shanghai Sky. The danger coming home quickly is Kate's Mill on the outside. Kate's Mill at the 100 metres mark moves up to the other pair, and Kate's Mill's coming away to take out the Bagot in impressive style. Kate's Mill on the line wins it by a good 2.5 lengths. Second home has gone to Baileywick, which fought on tenaciously. A half away third was Shanghai Sky. They were followed in.
After Cooper doing the calling there, Kate's Mill outstaying the field, while Count Seal lost all chance after galloping on a seagull 50 metres after the start. To the multiple forms of betting, the Quadrella 2, 5, 4 and 9 paid $1,870.95. The Quad Extra 5, 4, 10 and 5 paid $4,770.20. The Daily Double 5 and 10, $29.80, and the Extra Double 3 and 2, $5.95. Local cyclist Max Rainsford today won the...
Mares have continued their domination of Australian distance racing, with Saratov winning the Perth Cup today. The top weight is the first mare to win the race since 1922, and at 17 years, her jockey Richard Jolly became the youngest rider to win the race. We pick up the closing stages.
Then came Wolver Action, followed by Superior Way beaten, but into the straight, and the mare Saratov shot clear. Saratov at the 300, straightened up by 3 lengths over Rising Fear, followed by Muro Moon Pagotic, then Hyack and Bus Stop. 200 to go. Saratov led by 3. Muro Moon goes to second from Rising Fear and Pagotic. It's Saratov in front. Little Richard Jolly riding for dear life. Muro Moon's not going to get her, and Saratov has won the cup from Rising Fear and knows away to Muro Moon.
Saratov paid $4.40 and $1.60, and Rising Fear was second in the Melbourne Cup 2 years ago. Punters at Flemington today started the new year in a good style when 4 of the first 5 favourites were successful. Top rider Michael Clark rode a treble, taking his tally for the season to 43. And we check the results now. The first race, Curl of Success, the first favourite home, 7-4 favourite, paying $1.60 and $70. In the second, like today, Hot Times, ridden by Pat Hyland, $1.10 and $60. To the third, High Waters, ridden by Michael Clark, the 6-4 favourite, paying $1.65. Now to the replays, and Frank O'Brien is your caller.
On the outside of him, and then a good gap in the field of Big Devil. It's Barlandy fighting it out with Nightly March well clear of Big Devil. Barlandy pulling out plenty for Gauchi and rings up the hat-trick. Barlandy first, Nightly March second, close for third. Give it to Big...
That was Barlandy's third win on the trot, 9-2, paying $2.80 and $95. Now to the fifth.
Side, it's Lord Tiamo going to the front here from Prismatic Star, and they're being followed over on the outside by Civic Hope. Lonely Dreamer in front. Here comes the favourite, Grandiose, at a great rate. Grandiose hits the front from Lord Tiamo and Lonely Dreamer and Confucius Flyer. Grandiose has won it.
Grandiose, the winner there, number 5, paying $2.15 and 85 cents. Now to the sixth.
And over on the outside is Black Manor and a gap to Cossack Ruler. 200 metres to go, and Days is fighting it out with Royal Overdraft from Beat the Habit getting through on the inside, clear of Ashen Prince and Emmy. It's Days, Beat the Habit, and Royal Overdraft. Beat the Habit on the inside, going home best, and punched out by Trotter. Beat the Habit has won it. Second placing to Days. Third home in the race was Royal Overdraft.
Beat the Habit, beat the lot, 15-1, and it paid $9.90 and $2. Now to the seventh.
Mighty Dom and Count Seal inside the 200 metres now. Baileywick just in front of Shanghai Sky, but Kate's Mill is coming over the top of them. Kate's Mill hits the front from Baileywick, and then Shanghai Sky well clear of the rest, and Kate's Mill salutes the judge in the Bagot, wins by 3 1/4 lengths to Baileywick. Shanghai Sky third, and then...
Kate's Mill, number 10, starting at 8-1, paid $4.80 and $1.15. And in the last today, Sausalito Sal, ridden by Michael Clark, 8-1, $3.50 and $1.10. Looking at the daily double today, $29.80, and the dividend in the extra double was $5.95. The Quadrella for Melbourne today, a handy $1,870, and even better, the Quad Extra, $4,770.20. Good wins for 2 Australians on day 1 of the National Women's Hardcourt Tennis titles in Brisbane. Diane Ballestrat beat Nicole Jagerman of the Netherlands in 3 sets, while Liz Smiley defeated Andrea Temesvari of Hungary.
21-year-old Jagerman had an attack of nerves early in the first set.
Produced the double fault.
After securing a second break, the veteran Aussie closed out the set.
It's a good serve.
As Jagerman's nerves settled, her game lifted. Game and second set, Jagerman. But the Australian wasn't to be outdone.
Yes, well played.
She needed just one match point to advance to the second round.
And the first is enough.
Game, second match, Ballister. Liz Smiley was in great touch against Andrea Temesvari early in their match. She raced to a 6-3, 5-1 lead with some fine shots. But just when the match looked hers for the taking, Temesvari hit back.
Well, she's broken.
Smiley, however, regrouped to win the second set 7-5 after having 4 match points.
Hobart's annual King of the Derwent yacht race was marred by controversy today, with the first 3 across the line facing disqualification for taking the wrong course. Handicap honours have gone to a Tasmanian yacht, Intrigue, skippered by Don Calvert.
The King of the Derwent gives boats and crews the chance to relax after the pressure of the Sydney to Hobart and Melbourne to Hobart races. It's Tasmania's answer to the Boxing Day spectacle on Sydney Harbour. The winner of the Melbourne to Hobart race, Sunsmart, took the lead just after the first mark. But Victorian pocket maxi Helsel 2 gradually powered her way to the lead and looked set for an easy win. Then, total confusion as the 3 leading yachts appeared to take a wrong turn and round the wrong buoy.
We're having a little bit of fun out here. All the competitors are going with the wrong mark,
Although Helsel 2 went on to cross the line first, the protest seems certain to see Sunsmart awarded line honours, with Tasmania's Mirrabooka and Intrigue in second and third places. Intrigue completed a successful day for the host state by beating Prime Suspect for handicap honours. Shortly before the King of the Derwent race, trophies were presented for the winners in the Sydney to Hobart and Melbourne to Hobart races. With some boats still at sea, the Sydney-Hobart prizes were scooped by 2 yachts. Overall winner on corrected time was Illusion from Victoria, which also collected the Navigators Award. Sid Fisher's Ragamuffin took line honours and a swag of other trophies. All the yachts from the Melbourne to Hobart have finished, with John Lake taking the line honours trophy for the 4th time with Sunsmart. Overall winner on handicap was Prime Suspect. Next year's Melbourne to Hobart promises to be even better, with officials hoping to attract entrants from the more prestigious Sydney race.
And before I leave you on this holiday Monday, I must say that West Australia looked like gaining victory for the first time against Queensland in Brisbane since 1971. I thought you'd like to know that, Edwin.
I've been wanting to know that all afternoon. Thank you very much, Bram. Now, what I want to know as well is the weather outlook on this perfect summer's day. Peter Ackfield.
Thanks, Edwin. Well, it certainly has been a perfect summer's day, and tomorrow looks like being much the same during the day anyway, but with a little rain tomorrow night. Well, with today's maximum temperatures across Victoria ranging from the low 20s to the low 30s, and with Melbourne getting to 30.6 degrees at 3:30 this afternoon, it's been a day perfectly suited to being outside. And of course, here in Melbourne, there's plenty to do. A bit of a stroll in the Botanic Gardens, a cycling or a little rowing along the Yarra. Or if that doesn't suit you, down by the sea, a little fishing, boating, or even just soaking up a little sun. But if sitting around in the sun is how you like to spend a sunny day, then don't forget the old slip, slop, slap routine. Now, on the satellite picture tonight, some upper-level cloud over much of inland Australia. And this formation, which is just off to our west, the major formation, is associated with the weak cold front, which, as you can see here on today's surface chart, is just crossing waters to the south of the Bight and also extending much further south. Now, a high-pressure ridge, which is over much of the southeast of Australia at the moment, is directing the warm east to northeasterly airstream over most of Victoria. Now, because these systems are all moving very slowly, we're not expecting too much change during the day tomorrow, but that upper-level cloud we saw earlier on the satellite photo will extend across much of Victoria during the day, bringing some showers later on, perhaps evening here in Melbourne. Now, around the nation tomorrow, fine in Brisbane and Perth, but not so in the rest, varying degrees or showers of varying degrees of showers and storms. Now, onto the forecasts, and as usual, first, southern New South Wales. Warm and humid with increasing cloud and isolated showers. We have one warning for Victoria. A strong wind warning is current for coastal waters east of